and features over 100 events on the program. Now tell us more. We're joined from our Sea Point studios by Open Design Cape Town Program Director Sune Stassen. Good morning, Sune. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right, but let's talk about Open Design Cape Town. What is it and who is it aimed at?
Well, the Open Design Festival is a very interesting concept, simply because most people understand that design is about an elitist, it's very exclusive. What we are actually focusing on is how does design impact and add value to various sectors and to improve the life standards of people. That is more what we are interested in. So where most people understand that art is about self-expression, Open Design wants to look at what are those basic human needs and how can we use design to have an impact on healthcare, on education, on communication, and how can we help to improve the life standards of our own people, bring people together, because at the end of the day, whatever you design, it's always about people. So what's really unique about this platform is that it brings the man in the street, the general public, professionals, students, and everybody together to share knowledge, to share experiences, and that kind of collaboration is really important. I think the most important thing to understand about Open Design is it's not a festival to attend, it's a festival to participate in.
Speak to us about the events lined up for the festival.
There are so many various events. You can just imagine, for 12 days, it's a jam-packed festival. There are various talks to attend called Talk 100, where we have industry professionals coming together with the general public. And even although they might have an expertise in architecture and so on, the types of dialogues that we have are dialogues that anybody can participate in, also because we are focusing on these basic human needs. So there's, for instance, a talk that's focusing on healthcare, how does design impact and can add value in the healthcare sector. There's a talk that's focusing on how do we involve children, young children from various ages in the designing process, even when we are designing learning environments. And then there's a talk that will focus on things like social innovation, looking at the UCT Upstart project, where they bring students from various different faculties together, and they go through this amazing challenge where they have to come up with a unique business that will add socioeconomic development. And then there's also conferences. We are hosting the very first Maker Faire Cape Town conference on Thursday the 20th, which is also bringing various expertise, and I would really invite you to go and have a look at the program. There are also an amazing selection of workshops for kids from all different ages, for educators. So there's quite a lot happening, and we have our launch night on this coming Wednesday, on the 12th, followed by the opening at the Cape Town City Hall the very next evening, and then we are joining the Langa, Gugu Sitebe and Langa, to also open our third hub space in Langa.
Speak to us about the involvement of Microsoft and Digital Globe in the festival.
That is a very interesting, that is part of the Maker Faire movement. The Maker Faire is, an international movement. It's quite interesting how this has also come about. It's been going on for a little while, I think for more than 10 years. And it's all about putting re-emphasizing the importance of making. I think with this whole digital age, we tend to forget how important it is also for our kids when they grow up and when they get educated to make the most simplest things. So they make a conference, and the companies that you have just mentioned, they will all join us on the conference day on the 20th that I've mentioned before at the V&A Waterfront Watershed, and they will share their various expertises. And it's also really looking at how can we bring those various different companies and the innovations that they are focusing on to the general public to join in a very interesting dialogue in terms of making.
All right. And give us details. When do you start? When do you end? Is it something like ticket prices? Talk to us about that.
Well, the interesting thing also about Open Design, because we want to attract a huge demographic or different target audiences. We don't only just focus on the creative industries. It's very important for us to create something that is attractive to everybody. So our program stretches across various different topics. There's really something for everybody. So our launch is on Wednesday the 12th. We kick off at 6 o'clock at the Watershed, Vienna Waterfront. As I've mentioned, we moved in the very next night. We continue partying and we move onto the Cape Town City Hall. And just to come back to in terms of our wide audience, that is also why most of our events is for free. We really strongly believe that we have to make the festival and everything that we have to offer as accessible to everybody as possible. There are a few ticketed events. Our Talk 100s that I've mentioned earlier is only 50 Rand. We will still believe that's a really good price, to be part of this amazing dialogue that's happening. But most of the workshops and everything's for free.
All right. Sune, thank you so much for talking today to us this morning. Sune Stassen is the program director for Open Design Cape Town Festival, which is a 12-day citywide event made up of talks, workshops, tours, and interactive experiences that explore how design and innovation can be used to add value to our daily lives and create a sustainable future. Kicking off from the 12th to the 23rd of August at City Hall and the V&A Waterfront. All right, let's say a very good morning to our music guest.